Hey, YouTube. Masturbator Jr. here, and you're watching the Miami Fishing People channel on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe.
Hello, friends from YouTube. This is a masturbator. I've been getting a lot of phone calls and people that I know asking me about my trip to Pulley Ridge. What was my experience like, and I decided to put a video to tell you about my experience, what you need to know, and what you should know in case that you're planning to make this trip aboard the Yankee Captain. Let me start by telling you that this trip is for those hardcore fishermen that are willing to sacrifice a good night of sleep and be fishing all night long. The bottom line is the captain will put you on fish, and if you're really a hardcore fisherman, you won't go to sleep. You will stay up all night long. Every time that they move, they put you on different kinds of fish, different depths. Some of you want to know what to take. Definitely you need electric reels. That's a must, because we sometimes fish in 600, 800 feet of water, 500. There's no way you're going to crank 10 times, if you have a manual, reel. So you need to take your own bait. You need to take your own food, your ice, because there's no kitchen. They don't have a functioning kitchen. They don't cook. The only thing that they have is coffee. And for me, that works. I took plenty of sandwiches and things that you can heat up in the microwave. They have a tiny little microwave. Sometimes you have to wait your turn, but if it's something that requires a microwave, You want a piece of grouper in there, or you want some queen snapper?
No.
You want
snowy.
He definitely recommends this boat, especially the sleeping area. Look at his face. You don't need to tell you. Everything is really for hardcore fishermen. They have a bathroom. You're not supposed to take a bath every day. I mentioned they have one small little bathroom with everything in one. Now, don't think that you're going to regulate the water. The water comes extremely hot, okay? I don't know how hot it is, but it's burning hot, so just to let you know. Took a shower?
Yeah, nice and fresh.
Squid, bonita. If you have a bonita, you catch a bonita, save it, because that is an excellent bait from the bottom. Even barracuda, anything that stinks, down there. Weights. A lot of people, told me, take a lot of weight, heavy weights, all kinds of weight. And I took, 200 pounds of weight. Well, let me tell you that the weight that you're going to be using the most is the 2 pounds and 3 pounds. Those huge 8 pounds and 10 pound weights, you're not going to need. And you need to take enough weights in case that you lose them, but I only lost one. All right, the setup for bottom fishing. Most people's mentality is that they're going to be using 3, 4, and 5 hooks. That's out of the question. The maximum is 2, and you get more fish with 1. I was using 1. Most people only use 1. 3-way swivel. You put the weight, 1 or 2 feet or line. You put the weight, and the leader maximum 5 feet. You don't need longer than that. Okay, that's a great setup, for the Pulley Ridge fishing trip. At nighttime, they go into shallow water, maybe 250. Usually, those depths are for vermilion and mutton snapper. Some people use, manual hand crank, no electric reel. That's fishable at that depth. But if you want to use electric, you're allowed to use it. I almost forgot to mention, make sure you take your battery, 12-volt battery for the reel, because they, they don't have outlets. Okay, expect to get some tangles. Okay, sometimes you get a bigger fish and fish swim sideways. You're gonna be tangled with the guy next to you, or maybe 2 or 3 of them, but the crew are expert, helping you with that. That's gonna happen whether you want it or not. That's called fishing when you have when you go fishing in a party boat. Sharks, yep. Sometimes you get sharks. They're visiting you, and you only bring the head of the fish. Sometimes half of the fish. Sometimes nothing.
Not only a shark.
That's a big one.
Big motherfucking shark.
Well, that was a lot.
That's part of fishing. Drink some food. Make sure you take plenty of liquid. Because it gets hot out there. I mean, it is hot, especially during the daytime. Plenty of water. You need to take all the water you're going to consume for 3 days or 4, whatever time you're going out there. Make sure you have plenty of ice. Keep everything cold. Circle hook. You only are allowed to fish with circle hook. The size that I really recommend is 05 or 06. Anything smaller or bigger, you don't need. But especially 05 or 06 circle hook, that's the one that you're gonna need the most. That will catch any size fish, okay? The rod on reels, make sure that you have something decent, okay? You never know, you can catch a big amber shark like I did, or you can get a shark, or you can get a tuna. A lot of people got tuna. Slow pitch jigging. Not on my favorite ways of fishing. I'm old school, but it definitely works. So if you're not familiar with that, you should get a rod and reel. I know a nice setup, it would cost you around $1,000. It's not cheap, but it would definitely get you some fish, because you're covering bottom, middle, and top column of the water. So you can go a different depth and catch anything. It could be a tuna, it could be a mutton, it could be whatever wants to eat it. So, but yeah, there was people that catch tuna and kingfish with the slow pitch jigging. So that's something to consider. Let me mention to you that is after the second day, it starts to smell a little funky down there. So no shower. Made everywhere. I'm laughing, but it is what it is. Okay, make sure you take a pillow and a blanket. Okay, the bunk beds are plain, no blankets, no pillows. So you need to bring a pillow and a blanket. The sleeping conditions are not the best. You're sleeping in bunk beds that are not too high from the one on top, so you can even sit down. You're also sleeping with 20 some other people in the same room. After 2 days with taking no shower, it's beginning to smell a little. And some of the people snore, so you're not used to sleeping with a whole bunch of people in the same room. Stay outside and fish all night. That's what I did most of the time. Just heads up, you're gonna go prepare. Some of these things nobody mentions to you. I'm trying to be as honest as I can. I don't want nobody looking at this video and tell me later, hey, you didn't mention this or that. I'm telling you the truth. If you like fishing, this trip is for you, but you're not gonna sleep at home in the commodities that we have at home, and you're gonna share your room with 20 some other people. So now you know. If you're planning to do this trip, I wish you luck. Like I said, that was my first time. I really recommend it if you are a hardcore fisherman and willing to deal with the conditions like I mentioned before. You'll be doing okay. So tie lines, everybody. I hope you have fun. Until the next video, Master Bader saying goodbye.